Sending a Clon in. Tilt-a-whirl slam that time. And now, UFO splash.
UFO splash cover.
1, 2, had a pretty good pinning combination, but couldn't get him down for the 3 count.
Usually beats an opponent with that splash from the top rope or the corner. Not enough momentum though, but right now trying to build some.
Spectacular hang time, no doubt, from Kevin Knight, who goes across the turnbuckles with a splash from inside out, and this opening match on TNT continues. Stay with us. Kevin Knight, if he can get moving up the top rope, up the top turnbuckles, then he is in his element. There's that UFO splash again. This one, center of the ring. 1, 2. And
able to capitalize with it though. Every time he hits a splash, crossbody, anything like that, you can see though, applies pressure to his midsection.
Snapmare takeover fans, of course, we were now less than 24 hours away from the big event. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Coming your way on HBO Max. Go to hbomax.com/AEW to join us.
There's nothing like a pay-per-view from Los Angeles. The stars will be out that night. Hold on.
Good move that time. El Clon picks him up. Covers him, sits on him. 1, 2. Got a good roll, but not good enough. Boy, I thought for sure he had him that time.
Alive, a great clash of styles here, and not to reiterate, but the match between Speedball Mike Bailey and Carl Fletcher this past week on Dynamite. Tony, you were there, you saw it. Incredible.
Yeah, it was scintillating. It really was.
What a blessing we have here in AEW. So much talent. Look, in the men's division, the women's division, whether it's the people battling for the TNT title or the world title, it truly is where the best wrestle. But right now, with a simple double wrist lock with the body scissors as well, trying to control Kevin Knight. And that, of course, the big difference between pro wrestling and MMA. MMA, you don't need to be worried about your shoulders being pinned to the mat. So anytime you're in a submission, you've got to be careful about your shoulders.
Stomping the face now, and here is El Clon.
Guarantee you, Don Callis has promised El Clon a huge bonus if he is able to take out Kevin Knight before Revolution tomorrow night.
Back on AEW Collision on this Revolution weekend. Tony and Nigel, this opening bout continues. Kevin Knight against El Clon. A great reversal by El Clon. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Knees in the back of Kevin Knight. Clon will roll him over here. 1, 2. And that time, Nigel, Kevin Knight easily got out of that pinning predicament.
Nothing, no body weight on the left shoulder of Kevin Knight, who has done his best in this match to avoid the offense of El Clon. That time was not going to be denied.
El Clon just trying to punch his way through here. Kevin Knight follows up. Oh, wow. Big forearm shot, and that staggered Knight.
Look at this now.
Kevin Knight, smooth and fast. Oh, El Clon, little matrix move and a Pele kick. And El Clon up top, watch out.
One step ahead. Or is he?
Tried a PK from the apron, that one worked. Oh, and a double stomp between the shoulder blades.
Headed down our way, Tony, watch out. Oh, God.
With the moonsault from the apron.
Seamless offense. What's made El Clon so dangerous, just steps up and one step and he's immediately into the air with a graceful arc that landed perfectly across the shoulders of his opponent.
El Clon is an amazing talent. Springboard for the moonsault. 1, 2. But that just walked right up, basically. Middle rope, top rope, moonsault.
Almost as though he wanted to show what I said again. Pointing to the top turnbuckle. Plenty of time to get there. Kevin Knight, a lot of time for respite. And that is why, yeah, Knight now potentially back on offense.
All right, both men up on top. You see this great crowd on hand here tonight for Collision from San Jose. Tomorrow night, Los Angeles Crypto.com Arena for Revolution.
Whoa.
Kevin Knight springs up, slips, but stays with it. Good job, Kevin. And big avalanche superplex, but he cannot make a cover as both men hit hard.
And it was instinct from Kevin Knight, floating over. Just watch this. He saved himself from slipping, but watch. Reflex action, pushed himself across, but unable to land on top of the shoulders for the pinfall. Kevin Knight has expended a lot of energy in this match. And with such a huge match tomorrow night in Los Angeles, if I were him, I'd try to end this sooner rather than later.
And fans, don't forget that tomorrow night, 0 hour will be for our HBO Max subscribers. Will be free on HBO Max at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 0 hour, the first time ever. And then the pay-per-view starts 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 Central, from the Crypto.com Arena. Yes, home of the Lakers. Will be the home of AEW tomorrow night. Kevin Knight miss, roll up. 1, 2. No sir. 1, 2. Now into the ropes. Clone rolled through, but Kevin Knight, Clone's got him hooked. 1, 2, 3. Wow, how did Kevin Knight escape from that?
Wow. Doesn't matter how he escaped, it's what he did afterwards. Picture-perfect drop kick, which Knight has been known for here in AEW, landing flush on the jaw of El Clone.
Yeah, the spring that Kevin Knight has in his legs, just absolutely amazing what he can do. There's, whoa. Clone steps over, pick up, trying to power bomb here. Yes, sir. 1, 2.
Whoa!
Did not really get a good cover on the shoulders that time.
Exactly what I was going to say, Tony. I love the creativity, the innovation of El Clone. But dotting your I's and crossing your T's when you hit a powerbomb, you've got to get your ankles across the shoulders of your opponent, because otherwise, unless you've knocked the man out stone cold, he is kicking out.
And that's exactly what transpired right there, fans. Got a hammerlock here almost applied.
Yes. Trying Knight up that proverbial pretzel, but instead got
down. Knight countered. 1, 2. Well, Clone kicks away.
Here we go.
Backslides out of that. 1, 2. Clone had his feet straight up in the air on that one.
Hit for the DET. El Clone blocked it though. Low center of gravity.
Now to the apron, block. Knight. Knight up on the top.
Oh, get the F out of here.
That is the spring of the legs that we talked about, and now he may have Clone in position with a big UFO.